with another live stream. As you enter the chat, make sure you mash the thumbs up button on the way in. Today we got another imperative topic. And this particular topic right here is an excellent transition from my previous live stream. The topic is, there is no fairy tale endings when it comes to marriage and relationships. Yes. I'm going to tell y'all right now, there's a lot of people who have very unrealistic expectations on marriage and relationships in general. I mean, the expectations are just totally out of this stratosphere of what people desire. And a lot of the times it leaves people hurt, broken, destroyed, bitter, ultimately. And this society has created a whole generation of people who became hopeless romantics, essentially. Everybody's disconnected. Everybody have become idealists rather than realists. I mean, look at it. You can go on social media. All you see is relationship goals, you know, all these pretty pictures and whatnot. All these people who seem to be happy couples. And you become an idealist looking at this. And a lot of women begin to crave that, oh, I want this for myself. Look at how in love they are. It's a reason why they gave you chick flicks. Yeah, it's a reason why they gave you Tyler Perry movies. It's a reason why they put certain things in place to make you feel like that one day you're going to meet a man, and what's going to happen is you're going to ride off into the sunset and live happily ever after, and there's going to be no type of problems, issues at all. It's going to be downright perfect. That's what you think in your mind. And the truth of the matter is that's unrealistic. It doesn't work that way. Relationships don't work that way. Listen, it takes a whole lot of work. A whole lot of work. There's going to be ups, downs, trials, tribulations. Better believe that. There's going to be a lot of things that you are not ready for if you have your expectations way up here and you don't understand that you got to bring them down just a notch. You got to bring them down just a notch. You got to be able to work with somebody. Because in this culture that we live in now, everybody is honeymooning and everybody is using each other's bodies for a certain amount of time until they get tired of it and then they moving on. That's just the situation that we in. And it has to stop. So in my previous video, I gave some relationship advice. I gave dating advice, rather. And this is a good transition because some of the advice I gave on yesterday's stream was some great advice. The advice that I gave would help break down certain barriers to basically get to know someone, truly get to know someone before you commit to that person. Because if you're going out and you're going on these 5 dates, 6 dates, and y'all out in public, y'all out and about, y'all spending money with each other, y'all just going out shopping and you're going out to eat, and you know, you're going to movie theaters and you're not really gaining an intimacy bond between each other because you're not sitting there and you're not getting to know each other in a private setting. It's more to it than just a private setting. In particular, if you go to someone's home, right? Let's say the first date is someone's home, or the second date. Maybe the first date could be at a park, right? Maybe the second date can be somewhere at a beach. And then finally, but it's always private, always a private setting. And then eventually you invite that person to your home, or, you know, you go to that person's home. That's important. It's like we've lost track of that somehow in society to gain that connection. That's important to see how somebody lives. Listen, There's so many people out there in the dating field who are straight up liars, that the only way you know if they telling the truth about their life and their lifestyle is if you actually go to their home, see how they live. It's very important, especially you brothers, to go to a woman's home to see how she lives. She can have a whole man at home. Do you understand? This is how much people lie. They can have a whole nother man at home and just be going out with you, kicking it with you in public, letting you do what you do, spend money on her. But whole time she got a whole man to go home to. Or that woman could be a nasty woman. That man could be a nasty man. It could be trifling. You understand why it's important to go into the setting where that person dwells? You get to know who that person is before you even just jump out the window and you go ahead and make a commitment to somebody that you barely know, you know? And, you know, when it boils down to it, this system and this society, they want you to be hopeless romantics. Hopeless. And I want to put a real big capitalization on the word hopeless. For anything to be successful, you got to have hope, right? Will everybody agree with that? For anything to be successful, you got to have some hope, right? Now, if you're a hopeless romantic, it's almost like you chasing a figment of your imagination. You know, it's so many women who have these standards, right? Men as well. Some of you brothers out there, you know, a woman got to be shaped a certain way. She got to have this element, this characteristic, that characteristic. And what's happening is nobody is staying together. You got all these high expectations. And guess what? Toys R Us got shut down because guess what? Nobody's making babies. The depopulation agenda is working fluidly. Nobody's creating life because you got all these damn high expectations, but truly, you want to keep rolling, keep rolling. That's the truth of the matter. See, ain't nobody gonna really tell you straight up, I know what it is you want to keep doing. You constantly thinking it's somebody better for you. You constantly thinking you can do better. You constantly searching for the next man. You brothers are constantly searching for the next woman and trying to disregard your previous woman as if you can't have more than one woman and treat them all the same, or rather treat them as wives. You know, it was something interesting that was said when I brought up polygyny on my last video. Someone said in the comment section that they rather be celibate than be a quote-unquote side chick, right? They use the word side chick. Let me just put this out here. The proper terminology would be a second wife. The proper terminology would be a concubine, right? Not a side chick, a second wife or a concubine would be the proper terminology. And I'm gonna be honest with you. In this day, in 2021, we're going on 2021, you would be absolutely blessed and lucky to be a quote-unquote side chick. Your expectations way up here, right? And you probably don't even have what it takes to be somebody's main squeeze. Do you understand? 9 times out of 10, the woman that wants to be a man's all, a woman that wants to be the centerpiece of a man's life, a lot of the times in these days, they don't even have what it takes to be the centerpiece of a man's life. You don't have it. Due to your situation, you may fit in as a second wife, as a concubine. You got this whole ideal of your life, but you done made mistakes. As a female, you done put yourself in situations. You got certain baggage that you still have. You still got issues and situations you got to deal with. You're not complete and whole, but you expect to be the centerpiece. That's where your expectations at. And 2021, where women outnumber men 10-1, where 70% of women are getting divorces, That's your expectations. Guess what? It's time for you to snap out of it and wake up. It's time for you to snap out of it and wake up, because guess what? Monogamy does not work for our people. It never did. Monogamy doesn't work, and it never did. It never worked. But you're not used to hearing this because you've been westernized. You've been westernized through this modern culture. Men have spoiled you with their vain philosophies and their deceptions, all while the entire world is going crazy and everybody's sleeping with everybody. Nobody's chaste. Nobody's protecting their essence. People are creating all these soul ties. Men are cheaters. Women are liars. It's just like all over the damn place. Why? Because nobody wants to be up front and actually practice our original culture. That's the issue. You expecting a man, check this out. You got women out here who expect a man to just wow them to the point where they're smitten. They're smitten by that man. They expect to ride off into the sunset. They think that every day is going to be smiles, flowers, romance, wine, taking trips. Yeah, this is where their ideals are at. This is what their expectations are. They expect a man to be funny but aggressive, mean but nice. They expect a man to be, they expect a man to be a damn magician. It's a fairy tale. You want the total package, right? That's what it is with you ladies. You want the total package. But ask yourself, are you the total package? Do you have what it takes? KK says, I want to be my husband's only wife, but I do not want to be all in all. He has to be a man of God and have a life of his own outside of me. That's interesting. You want a man to be, you want to be the only wife, but you don't want the man to be, you don't want to be, pardon me, the know all be all. That's kind of hypocritical what you're saying. It's kind of hypocritical because as a man, right, if he has a life outside of you, 9 times out of 10, that's going to include other women as well. It's going to, let's stop being fake with ourselves. Let's stop lying to ourselves. All right. Let's stop lying about our men, right? Men, they like other women. They desire other women. If your man doesn't desire to have other women, you might have to question that man. You might have to question him, honestly, because it's only natural that a man desires women. It's only natural. It just is what it is. We always been that way. It's in our DNA. We are pre-genetically disposed to deal with more than one woman. Now, am I saying every man? Am I saying every man? No. But the type of man that sister wants, that's the type of man that will definitely want more than one woman. If he has a life outside of her and she's not the know all be all, if he's not underneath her all the time, if this man is making moves, if this man is taking trips, if this man is business oriented, if this man is handling business, he's taking care of you, but he has a life outside of you, better believe he has a woman outside of you. Get your mind right. It just does, like, I'm a man. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. Now, am I saying all men? No. But our men, a lot of our men are pre-genetically disposed to deal with more than one woman. It is what it is. See, this is what it is. A lot of women these days, they want a man to be, they want them to be committed to them and them only. But they don't even realize that they don't have what it takes for a man to be committed to them and them only. And that's an issue. You expect this fairy tale ending where this man never does anything. Let's say, for instance, right, a man is a one-woman man, quote unquote, but he cheats on you. He slips up, as they call it. He slips up, which I don't even like that term. He slipped up. No, he didn't slip up. He purposely went inside that other woman. It wasn't no damn slip up. The man in him wanted that other woman. He desired her. It is what it is. He went after her. It wasn't no damn slip up. But we like to use these little words. You know, we made a mistake. It was no mistake. When you was inside that vajayjay and you was hitting it from the backside, front, left, right, it wasn't no damn mistake. You did that on purpose. So let's just get that on up out of there. Wasn't no mistake. It was on purpose. But anyway, let's say these quote unquote mistakes happen. As long as that woman that he dealt with is not married, the only thing that man went and did was go out there and add another wife to himself. He added another concubine to himself. He didn't go out there and cheat. He went out there and added another wife. What made it cheating? Let me rephrase that. Let me be perfectly transparent. The only thing that made it cheating is the fact that he lied to you. He snuck around. He was hiding from you. He looked at you as the authority figure in the relationship. He looked at you as the authority. So what'd he go do? He snuck behind your back like a coward, because that's a coward's move, instead of being like, hey, listen, I desire to have more than one wife for various reasons. Not too many men these days are going to tell you that. But when you got a man who's going to be upfront with you and real, you better be blessed that you got an honest man. With all these liars out here, all these undercover brothers. See, I'm totally against hiding anything from a woman. A woman should have access to your emails. She should have access to your cell phone. She should have access to every message. You should be able to tell her everything. It should be total transparency. Total transparency. And ladies, you should want that from a man, because guess what? You got a lot of these undercover, feminine, these guys out here who dealing with other men. That's a thing, especially out here in Atlanta. Not trying to disrespect Atlanta, but it just is what it is. It runs rampant out here. And also it runs rampant in a lot of major cities. Not just Atlanta, but it's no secret that it's going on out here. You got some of these dudes out here who are always hiding. Like, you want a man who's up front. Yeah, people are weird. Real weird. Yeah, Foster Jacob says truth hurts, but these are used to others lying to them. Yeah, they're used to others lying to them. So that's all they know. That's all they know. So much so that when somebody tells them the truth, you reject it. It's hard to listen to what I'm saying. Although all the writings are on the wall. Look at the world you live in. Look at all the separation. Look at all the divorce. Look at all the single women. Ladies and gentlemen, the writings are on the wall that what I'm telling you today is the 100% emphatic truth. Adultery is when a man deals with another man's wife. That's what adultery is. Fornication is sex that's outside of the covenant of true marriage and a true connection. Fornication is whoredom. Fornication is strange sex. Fornication will go under the umbrella of homosexuality. Fornication has nothing to do with a man having more than one wife. David in the Bible had more than one wife. King Solomon. I mean, listen, the list goes on and on and on and on. Moses had more than one wife. So it's not a man adding more wives to himself. That has nothing to do with fornication. Nothing whatsoever. All right? And what you have going on is you got all these women with unrealistic expectations. And then you have dating coaches that push the same agenda. Ladies, if that man has a wrinkle in his face, he's a cheater and a liar. Ladies, if that man don't open your door for you on your first date, that man is a sociopath. Ladies, if that man don't answer your phone a second after he walks out of that damn door, that man is a cheater. That's what you getting from these dating coaches to further promote a disconnect, distrust, uncertainty. Listen, let me tell you something. When it comes to relationships and marriage, life ain't all about laying around and laid up watching movies and hugging and kissing and laid up in the bed all the time with flowers and rose petals laying all over the place and, you know, being happy and smiles and all of that. And every day wake up, hey honey, kiss on the cheek. Everything is just perfectly fluid. That's not what relationships are about. Not whatsoever. Not whatsoever. Listen, there are going to be ups, downs, frowns, smiles. Listen, you're going to go through a lot in a marriage. I'm talking about at some points of your union, y'all going to absolutely hate each other. I'm talking about y'all going to hate each other guts sometimes. You know, marriage is to do the Most High's work. That's what you got to understand. When you coming together with somebody, y'all not coming together for yourselves. You're not coming together for your own personal pleasure. You're coming together to do God's work. You coming together because there's something that you all got to do on this planet for the Most High. You got to bring forth life. It's stressful raising kids. You know how much work goes into raising kids? It's stressful, you know, working every day, doing everything that you got to do. Listen, you don't have no time to just lay around and be in love all damn day. Things got to be done. You got to go out here. Us brothers, we got to go out here and make something shake. We got to go out here and put in work. It ain't no just laying around all damn day and being in love. It ain't no just riding off into the sunset. It doesn't work that way. Marriage is a lot more work than that. The only time it's a fairy tale ending is if your kids are raised up, everything is good, they not in prison, they not in early graves, y'all were able to successfully retire, live somewhere peaceful, and die in peace. That's the fairy tale ending. But a lot of people, y'all not gonna have that. Y'all not gonna have that in your life. You'll never have that. You will always be alone, always, because of your unrealistic virtues, your unrealistic ideals, and you getting caught up in this social media wave. You'll never have it. You'll never have love. You will die lonely. You'll never have it. Why? Because you caught up in the wrong things. You're caught up in the wrong things. You're looking at people on social media. You're comparing yourself to them. You're looking at all these damn love stories where people, quote unquote, fall in love, right? They fall in love. They kiss, and all of a sudden the fireworks go off. The sparks are in the air. Everybody's in love, right? That's how these romance films go. These romance films tell you that they just ride off into the sunset. Everybody's happy. Everything's good. Damn lie. It's a damn lie. What's really going on is you don't see what goes on off camera. And that's why you're not ready. A lot of y'all not ready for relationships. Y'all want to keep on moving on and on and on with the next one. Gloria says, yeah, TV lies, and we expect our lives to be like on TV reality. It's not like that. Have real expectations. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, keep it real. You want somebody to be perfect. They gotta meet every requirement on your list of perfection. When you're not even examining yourself and looking from the outside looking in and being like, you know what? I'm not perfect. A lot of you women, you don't have what it takes to be the centerpiece of a man's life. A lot of y'all women out here need a real sisterhood. A lot of women are in competition with other sisters. You really need a sisterhood, but you so self-centered and you so envious and you such a jealous ass person that if a man want to have more than one wife, which is his biblical right, you too busy being in competition. You too busy being insecure when whole time you blocking your blessings. Because now you in the streets dealing with all your hating ass friends who are on the low trying to smash your man anyway. All your friends hating They hating on your man. They talking about how he ain't this and how he ain't that. But guess what? Soon as you turn your back, guess who your homegirl, your sister, that's telling you to leave his ass. Guess what she doing? She right up on that man's line. Trust and believe that. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. The moment where you turn your back, yeah, she like, you need to leave him alone. He trifling, he mean as hell, he controlling, girl. Whole time she's so attracted to it. Yeah, I'm giving you the real right now. Whole time your best buddy. She's sitting there like, yeah, that's what I want. Plotting. I'm telling you, man, that's how it goes. I'm not making up nothing with you. Instead of dealing with all these women who don't have successful relationships. And what I mean by dealing with them, ladies, is taking advice from them, being friends with them, befriending women who don't have relationships. They're not successful. They don't have marriages. They don't have longevity. Why are you around them? You need to be around women who have a man. With the shortage of men out here, you need to be dealing with homegirls that got a man, so they can give you some real advice on how to be humble some damn times, how to keep your mouth closed, how to get in there and cook something, how to get in there and make sure your man is pleased. Because women who got long-lasting relationships with their significant other, they are a different breed than women who are out here single in the dating field. It's a whole, that's a whole different ball game. They on a whole different level, bro. A whole different level. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Somebody said you are what you listen to. In fact, that's the facts. But women who've been in relationships, they know how to express the importance of tending to your man if you want to keep him. They know how to ease off and back away and let that man be a man. This is why that relationship stays successful. Because she not all up in here. She not all up in this collar. She not all up on him, she not all chasing him all damn day. You understand? A woman who kept a man for a while, she knows the importance of encouraging a man. She knows the importance of encouraging a man. We like these things, these components lack in this modern society, in this modern culture. Women who have a man, a long-lasting relationship, know the importance of helping that man in any way she can. Encouragement is number one. She knows the importance of making sure that man has peace, a peace of mind. It ain't nothing like when you got a woman who knows when to keep her mouth closed and just be like, look, I'm gonna let this man get some peace. I'm gonna let this man get some peace. I'm gonna let him get some silence. When she can see that you working, when you busting your ass, when you out there making things shake, and she see the look on your face and she knows when it's time to shut down. She knows when it's time to let you be. It's a beautiful thing when she can feel your energy in that way. When she like, yeah, let me let my man let me let him kick his feet up and relax. Without me in his ear. Without me bothering this man. Without me, causing any type of problems and stress. Let me be his relief. It's crazy these days how the roles have been reversed. And there's no shortage on D with these women. There's no shortage on D because guess what? Every man is going at them. Every man is throwing inappropriate pictures at them. Every man is, listen, when a woman walk out of a door, she's dodging the D from the time she walk out the door to the time she get back in the damn house. And listen, it's screwing the damn game up. It's screwing the damn game up because women are not looking at us men as being valued. Because you got so many thirsty, just desert thirsty dudes out here that just, they going at them. They going at them full-fledged everywhere they go. Come here, baby. Come here, my little mama. Come here, baby. Come here, little mama. Hey, shawty. Let me talk to you, baby. Listen. You brothers got to change your whole posture. You got to change your whole posture, brothers. It's time for us to understand our role and our position. The truth of the matter is, if a woman is not operating on your same wave pattern, if she's not on your same frequency, that's a waste of time. She's going to gravitate towards what she wants, man. Women gravitate towards what they want. It just is what it is. If a woman walk into a damn store, if she walks into a clothing store, right? If she wants a certain item out of that store, what is she going to do? She's going to go ask for the help. She's going to ask for that item. Excuse me, can you get that item for me? Can you get that item for me? Why? Because she wants that item. She desires that item. You wasting your time all up in these DMs. You're going to have a 90% failure rate if you the one all in the DMs. And I'm speaking from somebody, I have success with women just from keeping it real. I have success. My success rate is 10 out of a 10. 10 out of a 10, I'm telling you right now, just from keeping it real. I don't lie to women. I don't lie to them. And they respect that. They respect my position because I'm not a liar. I'm not sneaky. I don't like sneaky people. And I understand, listen, I understand that you got your expectations. I understand that you have these ideas. Right now you got these dating coaches. It's one in particular, I don't even know what his name is. I can't remember what his name is, but he looks like a sodomite. Can't even think of the dude's name. But he's always talking about high value this and low value this and high value this. And that's all you see floating around social media is a high value woman and high value, man. And you got all these people trying to, there you go, Kevin Samuels. Dude looks like a sodomite, acts like one too. But anyway, very effeminate, very, very, very cheesy, cornball, corny type of dude, weirdo, don't like him. And I don't care, I call these people, I don't give a damn. It is what it is. And shout out to Black Male TV Advice for exposing that damn devil. Dude don't even know how to talk to women. I doubt this dude even smelt a woman. I doubt he gets close enough to these women to smell them, bro. That man carries such an effeminate spirit, but that's neither here nor there. The point of what I'm saying is this. With this whole high value, low value thing, listen, it's a total scam. It's BS. It's more nonsense to keep us separated. Listen, you are in the brink of an economic collapse. Look at what's going on in the world. People are losing jobs. A lot of people are transitioning to starting their own companies and their own businesses. A lot of people don't have 6 figures. A lot of people ain't making no damn 6 figures. This right here takes away the whole purpose of marriage. And let me tell you why. This takes away the whole purpose of marriage because what you have going on is people have these expectations that a man is supposed to make this much money. Well, guess what? A marriage is supposed to be a partnership. The Bible says that a woman is supposed to be a man's helpmeet. So she's actually supposed to be adding to your life. Not that somebody got to have a certain amount of money. No, sometimes you got to meet somebody where they at. Sometimes you fellas might meet a woman out there who makes more money than you. But you still have something to bring to the table. Listen, as long as she can help you in your time of need until you get where you getting and y'all both adding to each other's life in a positive way and y'all building together, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't always have to be the man making the most money. You don't have to be rich to have more than one woman. Because if the idea is for you to be partnerships and help each other, you treat marriage like a conglomerate, like a business. That's what it's supposed to be. Instead of looking for this fairy tale ending where you get the big house, you get the 4-car garage. Thank you for the super chat, family. I appreciate it. You get the big house, you get the 4-car garage, you get it all. And you think you're supposed to live happily ever after. Let me tell you something, newsflash. A lot of women, right, who find these quote unquote high value men, they're only looking for his worldly possessions, his materials, and they end up getting with this man and they don't love him whatsoever. And what ends up happening is they're just unfulfilled. There's an unfulfilled void there. They're downright lonely. They really didn't get a man who's real. A lot of these relationships fail. They fail because a real woman wants a real man. She wants happiness. She wants intimacy. She wants passion. She wants a man who's going to keep it up front and keep it a buck with her. She wants real love. Real love is actions. She's not looking for somebody to have a certain amount of money. So these people speak to a certain audience. They speak to a certain audience of people who are just worldly. And it just so happens that worldly people are going to gravitate towards these dating coaches because all of their desires are worldly desires. They want the things of this world. While the whole world is falling, it's crumbling right before your eyes. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a man who's a breadwinner, but it has to be some balance. Sometimes you ladies got to see the potential in a man. Everybody don't start off at the top. You got to understand, some men started off at the very bottom and they push it. They started off in straight up poverty. They started off in broken households. They started off, in a real bad place, in an abusive household. They started off at the very bottom. But some of y'all women got to see where a man had made it. You got to see where he done made it. Yeah, he started off at the bottom, but look where he at now. He might not make 6 figures, but guess what? The brother got a job. And if you making more money, okay, help that brother up, because guess what? That he's a survivor. He's a survivor. He pushed through, he made it. This brother is, he's relentless. He ain't give up. He could have died in the damn hood. You understand? So they get these unrealistic expectations. Listen, marriage as you know it is a farce at best. Marriage as you know it is total nonsense. It's malarkey. It's not working. It doesn't take you getting on a marriage certificate to be considered married in the Most High's eyes. You signing on that dotted line doesn't make you a wife. You signing on that dotted line doesn't make you a husband. You walking down the aisle doesn't make you a wife, doesn't make you a husband. This is the reason why divorce is so high, because that's not true marriage, what you're seeing in modern culture. What you're seeing in modern culture is vanity. It's a vanity ritual. That's all it is. Spending all this money on a wedding, spending all this money, bringing all these people together who a lot of the times are just talking about you behind your back, sitting there judging the wedding. They could have picked a different color right there. Yeah, that potato salad wasn't really hitting on nothing. Why'd he get that wedding cake? Yeah, her dress was cute, but I ain't like that. I ain't like that necklace she had on. That's all you got going on in the weddings. It's vanity. Bunch of people coming together who don't give a damn about your union, don't give a damn about your relationship. A bunch of people coming together, sitting there critiquing and judging. True marriage is when you build with somebody on an intimate, spiritual level. Putting your name on that dotted line don't mean a damn thing. Half of y'all done had sex multiple times before even getting married. Y'all done had sex, wore each other out, and then a few years later, after y'all done consummated numerous times, you want to walk down the aisle with a white dress on, knowing damn well that dress supposed to be brown. That damn dress supposed to be dark ass brown. Matter of fact, some of y'all should have black dresses on. You want to come down there with your white dress representing purity, knowing damn well you ain't pure. It is what it is. And then you want to have a preacher who don't know a damn thing about the Most High sit there and tell you, you may kiss your bride. Look, dude, I done kissed the bride, flipped the bride, twisted the bride. I done already done all that. Now I got to sit here in front of your pork chop eating ass telling me I can kiss my bride. What the Most High bring together, let no man separate. What the Most High bring together, let no man separate. In slavery, what we do? We hopped over a damn broom. We hopped over a broom, and guess what? We was married. And then we went into that shed, we went into that barn, and what we do? We consummated. We made it shake. And we came together, because you don't get no closer than that. Now, of course, I recommend that you bring your families together. Regardless if your family like each other or not, regardless if your family is in good standings with you, regardless if your family are jealous and backbiters, I believe that the most respected people in your family, your closest colleagues, your closest friends that's in your family, you should introduce them to your lady. You definitely should meet her closest family or the people that she's considered people who love her and endeared to her. Then guess what? Y'all supposed to meet up. You brothers, if you ain't got the say-so from the Father, then a lot of the times the Most High is not blessing that union. If you ain't getting the blessing from the Father, a lot of the times the Most High don't be behind that union. Now, there are gray areas behind that. There are gray areas behind that. Some women don't have their father in their lives, and that's where you men come in. But, you know, some women don't have good relationships with their fathers. You know, I would still recommend that you brothers reach out to the dad. That's so important for you to be a man and be like, listen, I love your daughter. I want the best for her. I want to be a leader to her. I'm gonna protect her. Not that I would never let nothing happen to her. I would never try to hurt her. I got your daughter's best interests at heart. I would never let nothing happen to her. And that's how you got to do it, man. You brothers got to go to the Father like, look, this woman right here, I got feelings for her. We're growing. These are some of the attributes I love about your daughter. Sir, you did a great job. You did a great job raising her. You did an excellent job. And just be honest. Be honest with everybody. And, you know, sometimes people are not going to like you. But if you are a man who got the best interests at heart, ultimately that woman made the decision, but you really want the blessing from the Father. You really do. You know, you really want the Father to be like, you know what? You're a decent guy. I don't think you're a malicious dude. I don't think you're abusive. I don't think, you know, you're a wicked guy at all. You want the dad to be able to say that. You want the dad to be able to say that, man. Because, I mean, a lot of guys these days, man, they want to hide from the father. They want to hide from the family. Nah. But ultimately, once that father gives the say-so, once that father say, you know what, you good. I give my daughter up. I yield her to you. You a good brother. Then guess what? From that point on, you are the leader, brother. You done took this woman from her father, and now you the lead. So now it's your responsibility. And the way you lead might not be the way he lead. There may be different, y'all might have different ideologies, especially in this day and age where everybody has different religious beliefs, where everybody have different viewpoints on life. Y'all may have different ideologies, different beliefs. Some things, the way he lead his household might not be the way you lead. But at the end of the day, now you the new daddy. You the man of that house. You her leader now. So can't nobody come in your house and disrespect you. And a lot of times it's not the fathers nowadays, it's the women coming in disrespecting. Some of you ladies, y'all be telling some of y'all business to your homegirls, and some of your homegirls are disrespectful enough to come check your man. Right in front of you, come up in your house. Yeah, so what you doing with my homegirl? Listen, sometimes people vent to people. I believe in keeping your mouth closed. What goes on in your household goes on in your house. But let's be real. Sometimes ladies gonna complain about their man to their friends. It is what it is. But the minute that friend bring it in my house personally, I bet you I'll be hitting the stepping on her. Just like Martin. Get the stepping. I bet you I'll be booting her ass up out that door. The second she come in my house and be like, yeah, I heard, what's going on up in here? Yeah, my homegirl, she said, you've been neglecting her. I bet you this, her ass gonna be out that damn door. And I'm gonna be like, your friend can't come over here no more. It's my house. She could, listen, when you get around me, you better act fake nice. You better act fake. Oh, how you doing? Yeah, you could be fake nice. I don't care, be fake nice. But don't come up in here talking about, yeah, I heard you ain't paying my homegirl no attention. You been neglecting her, and yeah, I heard you forgot that your anniversary or whatever. I'm telling you right now, marriage is work. Marriage ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. You got some of these females, and you brothers got to be careful of this. You got some ladies who are so malicious with their intentions that they be telling your whole life behind your back. They don't hide nothing from their homegirls. They telling their friends every damn thing. They got so many people looking at your ass crazy. That's the reality of it. You want to avoid those type of women. You want to avoid women who can't address things to you. She got to go to everybody else. She got to go to the whole damn neighborhood about what's going on in your house. You better get away from them type of women, bro. Them women, they destroy your life. You know they say loose lips sink ships. Real talk. Yeah, Verona the Cure says, it's an interesting name, Verona the Cure. If you don't have God in your marriage, it won't work. That is the utter facts. If you gain an edification in this live stream, whether you agree or disagree, but you taking something out of it, man, mash that thumbs up button, man. Show some support. Because even if it hurts, better believe it's the truth. Tova says, LOL, covert narc speaking, doing that who are male is not gender, it's a demon. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You went way, old boy went way out there with it. He went way into the stratosphere with it. This is not one of those kind of talks, bro. We talking about what goes on in marriages, because a lot of people are just not ready for marriage. A lot of women in particular, they're looking at men. They're looking at men like Birkin bags. They're looking at a lot of men like accessories. That's my man. That's my man. Look, that man is not property. They looking at men like something they can show off on social media. They want to get on social media and show their husband off. Yeah, look at my, like, listen, ladies, a lot of y'all not ready for marriage. Y'all just not even ready. Listen, how can I say this? You want companionship. You want companionship. You want somebody there when you're cold at night. You want a friend. You want somebody you can laugh with. You want somebody to hang out with, and you want somebody to show off. Right? That's basically what you want. You don't want someone to lead you. You don't want somebody to make you the best version of yourself. You don't want somebody who's not afraid to critique your character. You don't want a man who's going to tell you the brutal, honest truth to make you a better woman. That's not what you want. What you really want is you want a damn puppy. Yeah. You want a pet. That's really what you want. You go get yourself a little Labrador retriever. Go get yourself a Yorkie. Go get you a Yorkie poo. Go get you a dog. Go get you a damn cat. Get you a pet. That's what you really want. You can show it off, right? Yeah, you can show off your pet. You know, you can cuddle with your pet, right? When you're lonely, hey, you can even talk to your pet, right? You can feed your pet. Hell, you don't even have to get over no stove to feed your pet. Only thing you got to do is cut open a bag, pour it in the pet's bowl, and feed them. So you got somebody you can feed, you got somebody you know, you can nurture. But a man, nah, you don't want no man. Because unlike a pet, right? A man is gonna have a good side, he's gonna have a bad side, he's gonna have issues. That man might have a little bit of an anger problem, he might have a little temper, that man might be a little impatient, that man might want more than one woman, that man might desire to have multiple wives or concubines. That man, you know, he may not be just glued to you. He may be a man who really just wants what he wants. He may be a man who wants polygyny, right? Or you might have a man who's a damn liar. He tells what we call white lies, right? But all in all, he's a good provider. You know, he takes care of the house, he does what he do. But because he tells these white lies, you're not patient enough to get him to trust you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why men, a lot of the times in modern culture, tell white lies to women. Because I'm always putting it out there that, men, you need to be honest. You need to be honest. Honesty. Stop lying. You're being coward. Stop lying. That is how I feel. But let me tell you where these lies come from. A lot of men are so used to women behaving like ravenous wolves the moment something don't go their way. They're so used to women exploding and just going off the damn deep end when a brother actually tell the truth. It's like brothers be afraid to see that. They be afraid to see that. They be afraid when they tell a woman, listen, baby, I got to tell you something. Oh man, it's a sister that I work with. As I was at work, we begin to build a bond. How do I say this? She's sitting here. Look, her eyes are watering. The brother like, man, this sister, she will always help me out at the job. A couple times she brought me some breakfast in there. And we would get to talking on our lunch break. And one thing led to another. And, oh, man, I slipped up. Like, yeah, you really slipped up, bro. I slipped up and I made a mistake. No, Negro, you didn't slip up and make no mistake. No, she was fine as hell at work. She entertained you. You really did. You had feelings for this woman. You had legit feelings for her. You had real intentions of actually making her another wife. If you can have your wife at home and your wife at work, damn it, you would have it. But you ain't slip up. You got behind her. You took care of that business. You gave her that work. You did everything to her body humanly possible. And then gonna sit here and talk about, I made a mistake. I slipped up. And then what your woman do? Her eyes start watering. Only thing she could think about is you gave her stuff away, right? That's all she think of. She ain't even thinking about the connection, you talking to the other woman. Her mind go right to what you do to her, you did to somebody else. Because listen, people, when we talk about polygyny, all women think about is sex. They try to say that men think about sex more than women. I'm calling you bluff. I'm calling you straight up bluff. Because the moment where you hear polygyny, that's the first thing a woman think about. Is that thing. Straight up. Men, when we think about polygyny, we thinking about owning land. We thinking about more money. Yeah, we are. We thinking about building more family. We thinking about more children. We thinking about a family business. We literally are thinking about our entire future. Family businesses, everything. Women, they only thinking about one thing. That thing. Because guess what? If sex wasn't involved in polygyny, women wouldn't give a damn about polygyny. They'd be like, hell yeah, you telling me. So you telling me I got a woman to help me in the house. I got a woman to help me with these dishes and these kids. And she's my homegirl. She's my friend. And everything. You telling me, people have nannies, right? Now, if you brothers was getting money and you were talking about getting nannies, right? So this woman couldn't, so she didn't have to do as much laundry. She wouldn't have no problems. It's only about one thing. So you sitting here, you telling the woman, I keep digressing. I'm going to show you how women react to when a man finds someone else. So you sitting here telling her, you like, yeah, so one thing led to another, and it happened, you know, I laid with her. She's not married or anything like that, you know, she's a single woman. You know, I laid with her. What happened? Your woman's eyes start watering. She get up. She start knocking shit off the counter. Ah! Oh my God, my heart. I mean, she go into a complete tangent. I hate you. Oh my God, I hate you. Ah, my friend told me to stop effing with you. All that, right? She outside running around screaming, looking like a damn animal, right? She looking crazy as hell, B. She out here messing your car up. She out there scratching your car. Your family out there like, hey, she out there again, that crazy girl, she out there again. She out there going absolutely crazy, right? Why? Why though? Like, how are we gonna keep on doing the same cycle over and over and over and over and over? Ladies, monogamy don't work for our men. You're doing the same damn thing over and over and expecting different results. Why don't you just fall the hell back? Get you a man that you can trust who's open. The only way you can trust a man if he's honest. If he's honest. And I'm going to tell you, this wave of what I'm speaking about, polygyny is the new future. Polygyny is the future of marriage for our community. That's the future for our relationships. It is what it is. It's going to happen. It ain't nothing you're going to do to stop it. It's just certain people are willing to speak on it, regardless of people's feelings. That's the world you coming into. Listen, there's nothing new under the sun. This happened before. There's no fairy tale endings in marriage. Only way there's a fairy tale ending is if there's no strife, there's no jealousy, there's no self-centeredness. That's the only way humanly possible there'll be a fairy tale ending. All the kids are raised up, everything is good. Yeah, somebody said they already be sharing. They ain't not new. Exactly. The only difference is you're being cheated on. The only difference is you can't trust that man because, I mean, it's off. He could be doing whatever. When I first introduced polygyny into my family structure, it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy thing. It wasn't something that was an easy transition. But guess what? If you have a good woman, a righteous woman, a virtuous woman who understands her role, let me tell you something. It comes a sense of relief because you're all out in the open. Everything is in the open. She begins to build that trust for you. She begins to build that trust because guess what? When you're in these quote-unquote monogamous unions, a lot of the times there's no trust anyway. There's too much free time where a woman can think, yeah, he's a great guy, but what is he doing? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? And it drives women crazy. It drives them absolutely crazy. It drives them crazy. And instead of you being men and being honest, look, when you build trust with a woman, that's everything. When you build that connection, that trust, is everything, man. Sean says, so why get married if you okay with polygyny? It's polygyny, not polygamy. Let me explain the difference before I read this. Polygamy is when man and woman deal with various partners. Polygyny is when a man has more than one wife. So why get married if you okay with polygyny? That's just dumb off the break. Polygyny is having more than one wife. That is getting married. Somebody said straight up it's all about sex. No, you're all about sex. You're all about sex. Polygyny is about community growth, development, family. You got brothers who come from various backgrounds, brothers who come from small families. You got brothers who are the last male in their family, literally the last heir to the throne, the last strand of bloodline, and they want to continue this kingdom. You don't understand how disenfranchised and destroyed our people are. You don't understand that it's so many homosexuals, it's so many brothers in jail, it's so many brothers being put into an early damn grave that there is a lack of reproduction. There's a lack of life. I don't call myself new breed for no damn reason. I am a pro-life advocate, always will be. It's about life. Why you think it's so many damn single women out here? If it's somebody for everybody, guess what? That means some men supposed to have more than one woman. Because if you're looking at the census, if you're looking at statistics, trust and believe, it ain't enough men for our women. If y'all hear any background noise, I do, you know, I got to deal with the elements. If you hear any background music or anything of that nature, I don't own the rights. Somebody said, my ex-wife had twins on me. DNA test came back, not for me. I thank God for keeping me strong. That was a blow to the heart. It's a miracle I'm talking with y'all today. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That is crazy. And it'll be the women who want you to be solely committed to them that's doing stuff like that. Because it's not a lot, with a lot of women, it's not about happiness and finding true security, finding true peace. And it's not about transparency and honesty. For a lot of women, man, I'm going to just keep it real with you. It's about control, man. They want to control and emasculate you. They want to control and emasculate you and take your position and feed off your energy. There's a lot of women that are like that. Vindictive, just straight up evil. Straight up. And that's why, like, as men, you're going to have women who dislike you. You're going to have women who don't like your stance on things. Like, as a man, you shouldn't even entertain women who are not on your same level. Because the language that I'm speaking right now, there are ladies who are very attracted to what I'm saying because they're on my level. They understand it fully. They're not jealous of other women. They're not insecure. They have confidence in themselves. They want somebody who's transparent. They want to have a future where they can have a sisterhood of women that they can trust. And then you have women who are still caught up in their lower selves. You got women who don't want to let go of this society as we know it because things are changing. So it's like those women who still think the same way and are not growing with society, not changing their minds, they're going to be single and alone because they're looking for this fairy tale ending that won't happen. Like if a woman is not on your same frequency, she's not on your same level, why even entertain it? Okay, you disagree. I don't care. Who cares? You can hate me all you want. You can dislike what I'm saying all you want. I don't care because there's women who understand because they have matured enough. They have matured enough to understand what's going on. You know how many women have been in relationships, failed relationships. You know how many women who have been that jealous, crazy girlfriend. And every time they get involved with a man, the same thing keeps happening. And at this point in time of their life, they just want a husband. They just want a provider. They just want a leader. They're done holding on to these behaviors that were taught to them because those behaviors are taught. The way you deal with resolution was taught to you. For you to flip out when a man gets another woman, that was taught to you. That was taught. That wasn't, in our history, we were always tribal people. You go to certain parts in Africa right now, and there's a lot of tribes still out there who keep our same customs. So, you know, these learned behaviors that you have, were taught from the Western world. These movies that they play. When Tyler Perry, you know, make all these crazy ass movies where, oh, you cheated on me, and you seeing all this craziness going on. They're programming you. They're programming you. Movies like A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. You remember the movie A Thin Line Between Love and Hate? Martin Lawrence had that girl, that older woman, and he wasn't bending to her beck and call. He wasn't building to her whim. What happened? She started going crazy as hell. That was a spirit being introduced to our women. What's the other movie, y'all? What's the other movie where the women waiting to excel? Y'all remember Waiting to Excel? How they made women like turn against their men and act all crazy and all of that. You finding all the imperfections in the man and they're empowering the woman to flip the hell out. Yeah, that's totally what you got going on in society. Shelby says people have to break the programming of relationships. People don't want to hear the truth. And in this monogamous programming, it's not working. We have to learn better. It's just not. It's just not. Because if it was, it wouldn't be so many divorces. If it wasn't working, if it was working, you wouldn't have so many people getting cheated on. If it was working, you wouldn't have so many broken homes. You wouldn't have it. Somebody said polygyny is all in the scriptures. Thanks, Rico, for pointing that out. Ain't nothing wrong with it. The man will have more to think about than sex. Like, how is he going to expand his household to fit the new wife and possible kids? Exactly. Like, people be thinking, this is what people think. I'm going to show you how perverted people's minds are. Soon as you talk about polygyny, right? Only thing a woman, a lot of the times a woman thinks about, and some men too, some effeminate men who don't really like women that much or are being emasculated by their woman. But anyway, what end up happening is this. They automatically think about sex. That's the first thing that comes to mind. When the truth of the matter is this. Not even in a monogamous union. Not even in a monogamous union is sex always on the table. Like, what makes you think that all people got time to do is lay around humping all damn day? What makes you think that? People got work to do. People got jobs. People got things they got to get to. Ain't nobody fitting to be laying up and having sex all damn day. Like, are you serious? Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, what kind of world you living in where you thinking because a man got multiple wives, all he doing is sitting somewhere, you know, doing a do all damn day? Like, it don't work like that. The reason why you got more than one wife is to do the will of the Father. When you got more than one wife, or if you got one wife for that matter, the purpose of marriage is to do the will of God. That being creating life, that being growing, developing, that being starting your own foundations, your own organization, your own family businesses, building generational wealth. We got to re-gear our minds, brothers. It's about generational wealth. We can't sit here and walk off the face of this planet because our relationships are destroyed. Because that's what these satanic elitists want us to do. They want us to walk off the face of this planet because they know if they separate man and woman, that we cannot build with each other. When we make that covenant before the Most High, it's to build. Brittany W said you late. Hey, no problem, no problem. I started early today. It's so nice outside. The sun is beaming down. I don't know, man. When I'm out of sunlight for a certain amount of time, man, it just really affects my mood. You know, we people of the sun, man. We got to get that vitamin D. I said on this sunny day, man, yeah, I'm feeling good today. I had to soak up the sunlight. Real. Start weighing down on your energy, man, when you out of the sunlight. That's why you got Bill Gates with his little weird ass trying to block off the sun. Because he know how spiritual it is when we get that vitamin D. You got these Negroes trying to block off the sun, which the Bible, it tells you that we will have a longer nighttime where the day will be shorter. It's coming to that. The next few years, watch. So soak up the sun while you got it. Get you some raw vitamin D while you can. Yeah, gotta get it in. Let me see. Yeah, somebody said they always chemtrails blocking the sun. That's a fact. That's a fact. But man, you gotta have your expectations lowered just a little bit, ladies. Just a little bit. Pay attention to reality. Pay attention to what's going on in the world. Have an open mind. David says, thanks you for the super chat, Dave. And everybody else who sent super chats. We got $53 in the chat. Thank y'all. David says, if it's the social media brainwashing machine at work, preach on. Just found this. Thank you, family. It definitely is the social media programming. Relationship goals. You got all these YouTube couples, and they always happy and smiling, and there's always good times. You don't see what the hell happens off camera. You see all these people with these, you know, these beautiful pictures. They look to be so loving and happy, but they don't tell you when it get down and dirty. They don't tell you when you hate the sound of her damn voice for a little bit. You got to get the hell away from her. They don't tell you when, you know, when she don't want a damn thing to do with you that day at all. You know, they don't tell you all that comes along with it. They don't tell you marriage is work, man. They don't even tell you what real love is. Because people just be throwing this word love around. Love, listen, love is when you've been working all damn day. As a man, you've been putting it, you've been getting it in. And you want to go straight home after working 10, 11, 12 hours. And you just want to rest. And as soon as you get off of work, your wife call you, and she like, you answer the phone. You like, damn. I'm all the way at the house already. I just pulled in. She answered the phone, and she like, babe, can you go to the store and you get A, B, C, and D? And you take your ass after working 12, 13 hours, and you go to the store for her? That's love. That's love. Simple things. That's love. Love is when that woman tired. She tired. She been dealing with the kids all day. But guess what? When you got in there, you get in the house, any background music, I do not own the rights to it. It's just background music. In fact, I'm going to try to talk over it. But anyway, love is patience. Somebody got it right. Love is when that woman been dealing with them kids all day. She still got a hot plate on the table for you, man. She's still in the kitchen. You come in, she's still looking good. She's still smelling good. She done put the babies to sleep. She got on something nice for you. She got on something real nice for you, and she got a hot plate. That's love. That's an action. All these Cardi B's and Meg Thee Stallion talking about they don't cook, they don't clean. Listen, you don't think, let me tell you something. There's a reason why the powers that be put out that type of material. They know how to divide us. They know exactly what to put out to keep us separated. Telling you right now. Sakia says, love the sun. This shines on me every time because I believe in real love and faith in the Almighty Christ. Amen. That's what's up. Yeah, absolutely, Latoya. Marriage is long suffering. No shout of a doubt. Without a shot of a doubt. Marriage is definitely long suffering. And I don't care if you brothers got 2, 3, 4, 5 wives. If you got one wife, it's going to be a challenge regardless. It's going to be a challenge. No one said it was easy. It ain't easy at all. It ain't designed to be easy. It ain't designed to be easy. Foster says, well, maybe me and her need to meet because me and her have the same morals. I'm not sure who me and her is, but as long as you stand on your principles as a man and you stand on your morals and you keep your code of conduct, you're going to attract those type of women. You're going to attract what you are. Nobody wants a woman who is possessive. It's 2021. That possessive stuff is out the window. Nobody wants a woman who's worried about, I mean, it's so polluted. It's so polluted in this culture that you got women out here who done had threesomes in their lives, right? They done had whole threesomes in their lives. At some point in time in their life, they done had a threesome. But when it comes to doing things on the righteous side, I'm talking about really building family, having a sister wife. They won't do it. You'll give a worthless thug who ain't about a damn thing a threesome, but you won't have another wife, a sister wife. That's just the truth. That's the type of world you live in. You done gave your body up. You along with another sister then gave your body up to a man who sell drugs to the community, a wicked ass thug who don't give a damn about the community, who destroys people. You'll go ahead and do that, but polygyny is evil? Get the hell out of here. If polygyny was evil, it'd be legalized like every damn wicked other thing they doing out here. If polygyny was wicked, it'd be legalized, just like gay marriage, just like fucking transgenderism, transhumanism, and every other freakism in the damn world is legal. It ain't legal. You know why? Because when we decide that we're gonna follow our own culture, our biblical culture, guess what? They already know they lose. Family knocks down this whole establishment. The truth is, family could destroy the whole. Look, family would throw a whole wrench in the whole system that they got going and break it completely down. If all our men was like, you know what? If every man from the diaspora, every black and brown man decided, look, to hell with this system. I don't even want to limit it to black and brown. If every man in general, I don't care what color you are. Because the battle, they believe they're in the age of Aquarius. It's all about feminism. If every man became masculine and said, you know what? We're going to stop being liars. We're going to stop hiding from women. What we're going to do is we're going to come to the forefront. And what we're going to do is we're going to build our own organizations, our own businesses. Instead of paying Walmart, instead of paying these big food chains and these big stores, look, what we're going to do is we're going to get women who know how to knit and sew. We're going to start family businesses. We're going to use our family structure. Just like when they came over here, the Polish did this, ladies and gentlemen. How do you think they conquered the land like that? They came over, they had multiple wives, and still in some places, what's the people called? The Quakers. What are they called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them Quaker people. The people with the long beards and their wives are covered up. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They came over here. And what they do, you can't even touch them. The Pilgrims, boom. They came over here. They got their whole damn, they got the Mormons, boom, there you go. Amish, no, Amish is it. But all of those did the same thing. The Amish did it. That's right. They came over here, what they do? They got their own communities because guess what? They polygynous. They got their own thing going on. But we as people who are the originators of that type of life, we got all this division and all this separation and all this madness going on. Yeah, it's the Amish. But that's what they did. Like, if men were to man up and say, look, we're going to take all our resources. We're going to start family businesses. We're going to have, instead of being cheaters and liars, everything's in the front, and we're going to use our wives to build up something. Our wives are going to build up something. They're going to have sisterhood. We're going to stop paying for daycare. Daycare is crazy. Who the hell wants to pay $600-700 a week for somebody to watch your kids who you don't even damn know? You don't even trust the people watching your kids. You don't know what the hell they doing. Y'all ain't seen these videos of people beating the hell out of kids, abusing kids. Come on, man. You want somebody that you can trust that's right there. Anyway, like I'm saying, the minute where men man up and be men of all colors and all races, guess what? The shadow government fails. The deep state fails. It all fails. That's how important this type of topic is. When we get to our original culture and we man up and stop letting the divine feminine take over, it's over for them. It's over. Because now everything is internal. What makes a nation strong is the people. What makes a nation strong is the people. When people own land, the nation is strong. When people own their own businesses, the nation is strong. When the government owns everything and you got to rely on them for everything, you got to work for them for everything, they control you. They are your God. Absolutely. Tevin says family makes a nation strong. Fact. They know that. The family is being destroyed. Let me see. Oh, somebody said something good. Someone said, Baby Yoda says, study how many women gave birth to sons of Israel. Study the Most High's rebuke to David concerning Bethesda. You'll see the answer there. Right. Our sisters birth a nation. Why do you think in Egypt, they had to sit there and kill off the firstborn son? They had to they was practicing eugenics way back then. Why you think they had to go ahead and start the depopulation agenda back then? Birth control, as they call it. They were doing that in ancient Egypt. You know why? Because we being tribal people were creating more babies than anybody. We was growing. I'm talking about we was growing. It's time to get back to that, man. That's the true enemy of the state. Secure says, I would be so happy like you. Would never know if life could offer the real stuff like you say. Knitting, concerting, cooking, opening, business, so we can all live purely equal, clean, loyal, and full of 100% love. See? That's a sister that know what it is. That's a sister with a realistic goal in hand. A goal that may look far away, but it's a reality. Going somewhere where you got your own land, you got fruits, vegetables, you got your sisterhood, so you're not lonely. You still have your sisterhood, and you got a husband that's providing everything you need, and y'all working together, and everything is love, unity. There's not a jealous bone in nobody's body. Nobody's hating on the next person. That is love. That's realistic. Not this fairy tale nonsense y'all got going on, because guess what? Your man is cheating on you. 9 times out of 10. I ain't met a man I haven't met in all my years of living. I have not met a man that is just quote unquote a one-woman man. I haven't. In all my years, never met it. Never met him. Never met this guy. Never met him. But if you sisters find him, be careful. It's time to rule, man. It's time to stop being so damn fake. Somebody said, Ebony says, I know one. Well, you do have them, but I haven't met them. But anyway, you got guys out here who are of a certain stature and a certain age, and somehow, you know, they became a one-woman man. No man is essentially that. No man, it is very far-fetched to find a man who has sex with a woman for the first time, like what they call virginity, losing your virginity, and he stays with that one woman his whole life. That's highly unlikely. That's highly unlikely. Now, on the other end, there are women who lose their virginity to men and stay with that one man. That can happen, but it's highly unlikely for a man to lose what they call virginity. Virginity, that's not the term you use because men don't have vaginas. So that term is not used for men. When a man doesn't have sex for the first time, when he does finally have sex, he's typically gonna become primal. It's his instinct. It's his instinct to acquire more women. That's just a fact. It's pre-genetically disposed. He's not gonna just wanna be with that one woman. That's just highly unlikely. It's unrealistic. Now there's situations where men get older and they might not have the same juice or the same moxie, and they might calm down and they be like, you know, I'm good with just the one. You know, I'm tired. I done already bust down 5,000 women, so shit, I'm good. And it's messed up because these dudes that bust down 5,000 women ain't got 5,000 wives. They done just been whoremongering, and now they washed up. And now they like, you know what? I done knocked down 2,000 women in my life. I'm Wilt Chamberlain out here. I done bust all the nuts I can bust. I go ahead and stick with this one woman because we don't even have sex like that anyway. You know? She there for me is cheaper to keep her. The old ball and chain. You know, this man had made 6,000 soul ties, and now he's a one-woman man. Oh, that dude just, he wasn't no damn good. He was just out here doing the damn thing. We gotta stop acting like that ain't a reality. Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain was a whoremonger. And then you got men who aren't, and then you got these other men who are monogamous, who they're not naturally one-women men. But what end up happening is they get with a woman they really, 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 really like. And she's really attractive, and he gets into that honeymoon phase where he feels like you everything I ever need, baby. He starts saying words his ass don't even mean. He started writing checks his ass can't cash. And he started talking. He started pillow talking. And he like, yeah, baby. Oh, I'm you all I need, baby. Cause she didn't gave him that work. And he like, But guess what happened? That fades. And then they end up going back and forth, and certain things end up happening. And eventually he gets to the point where he gets emasculated to only being with one woman. He wants it. He desires more. He wants more. He needs more. He has certain things that is acquired of him or required for him, but he becomes emasculated eventually. And now he's not the man that he should be. Because let me tell you, brothers, it's healthy dealing with women. It's healthy. As a man, it's healthy having new conversations with new women. It's healthy having those conversations. It's healthy building with another woman. It's healthy, bruh. It's healthy. Like, it is emasculating you being a man and you can't talk to women. And you got to hide from your girl. Like, that's emasculating. You a man. It's natural, bro. It's all natural. You can't even build with another woman. Like, are you crazy? Do you know how much as a man I level up when I'm building with women? When I'm seeing things from different perspectives? When I'm entertaining a different type of woman and she's bringing something to my mind? She's helping me look at something from a different perspective. She's feeding my spirit. Something she's giving me. Do you know what that does for a man? That makes you a man. It makes you alpha, man. It's unhealthy to be stifled as a man. It's unhealthy to be stifled. You know? Somebody said it's healthy for both genders. Good gracious. Sometimes they just don't get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. A woman is meant to be with one man. She's not designed the same way as a man is. You cannot be a lady and consider yourself a lady and doing things that a man would do. Do you understand? We're not the same. Do you understand genetically we're not the same? Do you understand when a woman entertains multiple partners that is actually, it does the complete opposite to her spirit? It does the complete opposite to her spirit. It drives her absolutely crazy. Drives her crazy, man. She said, Ray said they about to trip on you, Nubreed. I love it. I love it. Tell you something, the quote unquote controversial videos that piss people off, I absolutely love them. I love them. I love when people get upset because guess what? It means I'm doing something right. If everybody loved everything I said, something is wrong. You understand that? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I went on for quite some time today. Yeah, I see there's a lot of mixed emotions and a lot of mixed feelings. But man, listen, I love y'all, man. I'm gonna just tell you how it is, man. If you want exclusive raw content, who knows? I don't know if this video is gonna stay on this platform or not. More than likely it will. Hopefully it will. But if not, listen, anything that's raw and exclusive is added to my Patreon account. There's a link down in the description box for my Patreon. Make sure to show your support. We had a live stream on there a couple of days ago that you do not want to miss. If you don't follow me on Instagram, the link is in the description box. For everybody send super chats and cash apps, man, I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for supporting this work and supporting this truth and supporting this ministry. Thank y'all, man. My email is also in the description box. If you want to, if you have any business inquiries, hit me up, man. Thank y'all for watching another stream. Have a blessed day. With that being said, shalom and peace.